What is going on? I'm Adam Ross, your host of Caltech, episode 63, and to my virtual left, we got Tyler. What's going on, bud?
Hey, Adam. How are you, and how is everybody tonight?
Man, I am with Bob. I hope everybody's staying cool in this little bit of a heat wave. Definitely not as hot as I've heard some people being, but seeing as I'm up north with,
Say, where
the
are
snow
you?
and all. Yeah, I'm still in my igloo, I
Is it
guess.
snowing yet?
It's funny. 2 nights ago, it got down to 9, which is
You gotta talk to me in Fahrenheit here.
Yeah. It was pretty chilly.
50?
Believe it or not, everybody was in pants and sweaters. So definitely a big swing in temperature. Now it is a balmy 96, and it feels like 92 or 3. So
Ooh,
definitely getting up there, especially for being as far up north as we can. Yes, super cool box club. I seen all the pictures online.
yeah.
Like that. Very cool to be a part of that. And for those
There's
who
a
don't
lot
know,
of good products in that one.
yeah, Mark has been a huge supporter of the CowRC
Yeah,
products.
he is.
He's been on our show a couple times,
Yeah.
and what a great guy, and
He's
very
really cool.
knowledgeable when it comes from the CowRC side. And he always has his carbon series mat up front and center.
Yeah. Well, he's one of the first ones that ever received it.
Yes. Yeah, he was the
A
original
prototype.
Man, we have a whole bunch of people tuning in.
Nice.
What is going on?
Maybe our
guys?
special guest brought some fans with him today.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
He said yes.
Yeah, definitely looking forward to bringing him on board. But thank you, everybody, for following along. We're going to try and do this as best as we can, especially in my makeshift area. Thank God our special guest has a kick butt display for everybody. Because I'm like in a closet right now, so it's.
Are you in the jail cell?
Yeah. I'll be out in good behavior by August. Definitely super cool. But we have some news for you guys today. So if Tyler wants to jump into the news, I'll make sure we stay on board with the comments.
Yeah, so we're still talking about the Muslick graphite, and what we're doing. If you guys are familiar with our RC maintenance packages and our kits, we're adding the Muslick graphite to some of those kits. So like kits like the Masters kit, the Deluxe RC maintenance kit. So when you start going through those, Adam's going to show us how to get there. So the awesome thing about today is during the show, if you buy one of those RC maintenance kits and you use the code cow-tech, you're going to save, obviously you save when you bundle those, or so those are already bundled. So you're saving money by purchasing those. But if you use the cow-tech, you're also going to save another 10% on top of that. So if you end up using the code today during the show, we're going to send you a free set of the power brush kit. So I'm going to show you a little bit about the power brushes here after this news. But that's going to be our kind of our special thank you for using the show or watching the show, using the code and saving yourself some money. So really it ends up being, by the time you get the bundle savings on the kits and the code, you're saving around 20%.
Oh yeah. And like just the 10% right there is $53. So the other 10% on top of that is just like huge savings on top.
That's the
brush is thrown in for free if you use code COWTECH. So definitely,
and they're really, those kits, they're they're a large dollar value, right? But they have been flying off the shelves. It's a great way to save money because as we talked about, these products all work in a system. It's not, you don't just buy the graphite and you just spray it on everything. Like they don't work that way, right? So RC, it's not one solution does not fit all. Would be great if we could, but that does not realistic for any type of genre of any type of hobby. So anyways, that's what the systems are for. So if you get into one of those RC maintenance kits, get into one that looks like, if you want a lubrication kit, you want a clean kit, go into those and see what works for what you're trying to achieve. And if you guys have any questions, you can always reach out to Adam and I. But buying the kits as a total, gives you a chance to save some money, try those products out. And then, if you, like I said, you used cow-tech today, you save 10% and you get a free power brush set. So use it during the show though.
Perfect. Actually, that was on point, man, because we were pre-gaming, and that's on point. Like, I forgot to mention the free brushes. There you go.
Yeah, the brushes are cool. I mean, and I'll kind of show. So we got skins for them now. So I'm going to show you some of those skins and how we put them on and all that type of stuff. So we skin everything. So it's always nice. Any type of product the KRC releases, I would say almost always comes with a skin as a later option. So take a look at that when you place your orders too.
Heck yeah. Yeah, it's always a nice option, especially if you're themed out. Like, obviously, I'm all about the green streak right now. We've seen some cool Reaper products.
Yes,
on
even
display.
had a sweet one.
And with the new micro that we're doing for the giveaway, I actually have the hot rod theme going with the micro. So it's nice. Pretty cool to try and mix it up here and there, but definitely a cool thing. Yeah, I know Mr. Ghost. He's the Reaper guy for sure. And now that we know him from the show, it's even better to see the whole theme and the Reaper stuff for sure.
Yes. Yeah. No, I'm kind of like you, Adam. Well, maybe I'm not so much like you. I like to kind of go around and do different themes. Like I've got the dragon theme right here is my mouse pad and my work mat, and then I've got green streak for some skins. I've got other green streak skins in the back for brushes, and I've got And the great thing, like Adam held up all the micro storage boxes, and those things are so economical where it's. You almost want to buy multiple of them. And, the reason you want to do that, if one, they're economical, and two, you can use one for each type of vehicle you have. So if you're racing, 2 or 3 cars at the track, you bring 2 or 3 of those, one for each of those vehicles. But what's the easy way to identify them? You put a different skin on top of it. So instead of, writing it on marker or white out, whatever it is, and you're like, oh, okay, this is my 2-wheel drive car, this is my 4-wheel drive car, use a skin to identify that. So it just makes it look cool. And I mean, the skins are really, really good quality if you haven't tried them before.
Yeah, and they're super thick. And the reason why I went with the hot rod one is because we're actually going to be giving away the micro. So I wanted to make sure that all the bits stayed together. And who knows, I might even throw in the micro box for you guys.
That's a good idea. I need to start doing that because I'm already losing my little screws. I found 2 of them on the floor. I'm like, what? I thought I had these.
Speaking of screws, this is one of my favorite things to have. It keeps you organized, and it's one of those things that we never talk about, but it's such a staple in almost everybody's arsenal. It's so cool to have those on tap for sure.
No, absolutely. I guess next thing on the agenda is the power brush skin. So let me switch over to my other camera here, and I'll show you kind of how to apply these things here. And for anybody who hasn't yet applied skins to any of their RC maintenance electronic products, this way will go with any of them, right? So here we got 2 of them. So these are the 2 different brush heads that you can apply a skin to. Right. So there's actually 4 power brush heads. The other ones are cone shaped and small. So the skins it's just not practical to make a skin for those. But we're going to go with these 2 for now. So I'm going to go ahead and do the small one right now. And so what I'm going to do is kind of show you how you're going to prep your surface. You want to prep any surface before you stick something to. So, this sequence of activities can go anywhere between prepping the surface before putting servo tape on, putting stickers on, or maybe even paint, if you're putting on a Lexan body, or maybe even a hard body. But what we're using here is the MOO-Clean Cleaner and Degreaser. So this is a degreaser. It is completely electronic safe. We're not really using it for electronics today, but we're using it to degrease this brush head. So what I'm going to do is shake this up a little bit, and what I'm doing is I'm applying it to one of our KRC microfiber towels. So you don't need a ton. It's going to evaporate pretty quickly. So you can see, put that on there, and all I'm going to do is just wipe it down. And actually, these microfiber towels gets caught because these brush bristles are pretty stiff. But I just wipe it down, and it's going to evaporate very quickly. I mean, you can already see it's already evaporated. So you don't need to wait there. It's not going to leave a residue or anything like that. So we're going to take our skin, and the nice thing, it's already pre-cut. Actually gives you a little bit of a direction up on top here, but everything's already pre-cut. And you can get these in any of our 5 themes. You can buy these with the brushes as you order them, or you can order them separately, and that goes with really any of the skins. So all I'm going to do here.
You can see how thick it is just right there.
Oh, yeah. It's a vinyl, right?
Yeah,
so it's actually, you want to wait when you apply any of these skins, you want to wait about 24 hours until you actually use that product. These especially because it's spinning around, but it actually takes about 24 hours for this glue or adhesive backing to really fully cure and adhere. So it's going to stick. I mean, these things are high quality. You're not seeing these in RC packages or anything like that when you get a kit or an RTR. This is nothing like that. This is way better. But all I'm going to do, line it up, set it down, and smooth it out. Go out to the edges.
Oh, I can't wait to put mine on now.
It goes on really nicely. So, it's just it's a nice way to make these, these brushes just look cool, slap it into your drill, and it's going to last. Cause I mean, they're, especially you're getting these things wet, they're flying around. It's important to get the surface dialed in and clean. So you're adhering, whatever you're adhering to that surface is going to stick. You don't want to do it twice and then you got to buy another thing, or it's starting to bubble or whatever. So super important, but hopefully that's helpful. And they, again, comes in a pair for, the bigger head, a little bit larger for this bristle head here. So hopefully that is helpful. But yeah, use those steps whenever you're applying any type of sticker. Does not need to be one of our skins necessarily. It can be any type of sticker. But the MOO-Slick Cleaner Degreaser, that is going to be your ticket when you're in
it saves tons of stuff and it makes sure that you have the cleanest surface possible.
Oh yeah, I use it. It is by far my favorite chemical product with CowRC. It's so versatile. It's used for so many different things. You can't get yourself in trouble, right? No. It's you spray everything, electronics, Lexan. I mean, when you do Lexan bodies, you do want to make sure you're using a microfiber towel. You don't want to, hit those things too hard. Not all Lexan is created equal. So because it is an abrasive, it's a chemical degreaser. Some of them, will kind of get pitted, but that's why I use microfiber towel. Just kind of try it on a little corner first. But for all the, your RC plastics, your electronics, all that type of stuff, that is perfectly fine. You can spray that until the can empties out.
All right. So, man, we got one more thing. And you can see we're both rocking different green streaks.
Yes. Today. I know. Well, this is, I like that. We don't normally coordinate. That's strange.
It's good to go. But soon we will, because I'm going to add this to the stage. And if you use your CowTech code, look at that bad boy.
Yes, finally.
Now are official. We have our own guard now. So, you can check it out. It is actually on the website. So let me just get out of here. This is on the CowRC website. You just have to go down to apparel, go down to shirts, and we are the very first shirt. And it goes from small to 5X. And obviously the price adjusts with that. But don't forget, use the CowTech code, save yourself 10%. And obviously look cool while doing so. Because, man, I can't wait to get mine. It looks so kick-ass. I'm looking forward to rocking it.
Well, and that's what we'll get into the CowRC and Adam and myself going to the Gauntlet event here in September. But that's what we're getting ready. So we're serious about this event, and CowRC wants to represent. So that's what really is kind of is making these ideas with shirts and all that type of stuff. I mean, it's episode 63, and we're getting into our own show shirts. So that's awesome. I'm excited about that.
Me too, man, because it's been a long time coming, and they turned out amazing. So I can't wait to personally rock it, and I hope you guys enjoy the graphics and the theme as much as we do. But, man, I think he definitely did a great job on the new CowTech shirts, man. They turned out pretty sick.
That's 100%. Well, let's get into some more graphite talk here. So last episode, we showed some applications of where to apply your MOO-Slick graphite We used our minis, right? Our little micro vehicles. I was supplying it to some drive shafts and transmission gears, right? And what we needed to do a better job on is showing how to really apply it. So we got into what to apply it to, but we didn't really get into how to best apply it. And this lubricant is far different from any other RC lubricant. And even for myself, you know, I didn't do it the right way because it needs shaken up. It is not a grease. It's not an oil. It's not a silicone. It's graphite, and it's a micronized graphite. So, what that means is it's super, super, super fine, and it settles very quickly in the can. And if you hear it, it's got a ball in it, right? Just like spray paint. So it works like spray paint. It gets kind of applied like spray paint, and I would say it's even more finicky to needing shaken up before you apply it. So if you remember from episode 62, when I first started applying it using the tube, it came out pretty clear. And I can kind of show you a little bit on, I did some test runs here, and you can kind of see my little test strips here. And you can see like one in the middle, right? And so this came out when I hadn't shaken it. So it's very clear, there's no graphite coming out of it at all. It was just basically the aerosol. And so what we need to do is kind of to go over that a little bit differently and take it a different angle. So we'll call this MOO-Slick Graphite Application 2.0. And the other thing here is my little diorama here. And it's not so much to show off what I'm going to do here. It's to show you that you need something to protect your workspace. Because again, it's micronized. It is going to move through the air. You know, if you read the directions on it, it talks about wearing gloves, respirator protection, wear it outside. You know, for my little demo, not going to do that stuff, but you should think about doing that when you are applying in mass quantities. Because again, micronized is going to get into the air. It's going to get on other items in your workshop or your desk. So I'm going to show you how to apply it the correct way, kind of using my little protection box here. And that way we're kind of showing, or really what it's doing is protecting my workspace area. Because you see I've got my white mat here, and this comes out as a black paint. And you're really kind of applying it just like a paint. So and maybe Adam, you want to say something, because I'm going to shake this up real quick. And
yeah, so it is super important to shake this constantly while you're using it. I'll kind of switch my camera as well, because obviously in the last show you guys seen what I was doing, and I'm going to switch it over to my good camera here so you guys can still see. We are going to go like this. Here we go. And you guys can see I'm using this to hold all the parts that I actually took off. And on here, let's see if we can get it to zoom in. You can see it's actually coated in the graphite. And I can't wait to reassemble it for you guys and show you all the pictures. But this is now fully protected. Not only did we protect that, but we did all the drive cups as well. So you can see here that this drive cup is fully coated in the graphite application. So you're going to see Tyler doing it live, and it is so super important to make sure that you have all of your magnetics protected, because if you do get it on any of the magnetics, if you don't have your hide wipes handy, you could be in trouble real quick. And remember, you got the two sides of the hide wipe, you got the smooth side, and you got the proliferated side. So make sure you're doing exactly what you need to do.
No, absolutely. No, that's the truth. That's why we've got this set up here, because we don't want anyone to ruin any of their workstations, their computers, or whatnot. So what I'm going to do here, after I shift this up vigorously, I'm going to show you kind of how it applies on here, right? So I'm just going to do a test hit on this cardboard here. You see, even this is kind of a little bit light here, so I'm going to shake it up a little bit more, but it needs to come out darker than that even. So it's really important. And what I'll tell you is it needs to, like, you're going to use it and you're going to set it down, and you need to shake it again before you hit it again. What's that, Adam?
No, I'm just answering Vinny. Vinny is asking if it's recommended for use on 8 scale. Definitely. Oh, yeah. All of my applications so far and testing has been on the 8 scale S-Works pillowball buggy. But last Wednesday or 2 Wednesdays ago now, right after the show, I was telling you guys what I was going to test the graphite on, and it was a super success. So if you didn't tune into episode 62, what I did was I took apart the Traxxas Mud Boss transmission. And what I did was I cleaned it all out with the electronics cleaner, and then the only lubrication I used was the graphite. Let me tell you, the rotation in the rear and in the diff itself was amazing. And the way that it rotated and still gave that power delivery was amazing. Now, when I get home, I will take it all apart and assess the wear for everybody. But so far, the testing went way better than what I anticipated for sure.
Yeah, and what I'm using on is a 10 scale drive shaft right now. So let me show you kind of how you're going on. So you're in your paint. So see how much darker it's coming out right now? So this is what you want to see. And so it's going to basically dry almost instantly. So here, let me pull this up to the camera here. So you're seeing I'm putting it on this. Well, I mean, I'm spraying the outside of this, but I'm putting it on this input shaft here. So, I'm going to hit that there, hitting the CV joint as well, but it's almost instantaneously drying.
You can see it drying on the camera.
Yeah. Yeah, you see it drying on camera. So this is what you want it to look like. It's going to come out with a nice, like, chalky, dull sheen to it. Even though it's a little bit darker down here, obviously on the item that you're spraying it on, it's going to come out into basically a chalky, kind of dull matte finish. So that's what you want to see. And so like literally like shaking it is really it's really what you need to do. So I'm going to shake this up some more and just hit it like that. And that's really all you need to do. So you're going to hit it just like you're spray painting a body. You just do little light spurts, like, so that's what you're doing. And I'll probably let this thing sit here for a second and I'll spray out, it'll look like this and it'll come out clear.
You'll see how quickly it'll lose its consistency. That's why it's so important to keep this shaking. But Bob, I actually did it in the diff and the trans, so no lubrication other than graphite in both. It was super dialed, and I can't wait to rip it apart. And I'll show all the picture results on the fan page. But I'm definitely excited. On a previous show, Bob, they actually showed one of our drag racers showed us how to mix the udder butter with the ultra thin grease, or the ultra light grease, sorry. And it was the best tip ever. So I was kind of doing that just because I thought that, if I get the consistency right, it'll give me that extra rotation I'm looking for. Well, lo and behold, he came out with a graphite. So let's start testing it on different things. And so far, my initial, super excited to show you my results. But obviously, I have to rip it apart to see what the wear and tear was like. But like I said, I tried it inside all 3 of my diffs on my S-Works 8-scale vehicles. Nothing, no damage whatsoever. It dissipated a little bit in the gears with the fluid, obviously. I know Mike might have been following along with this, but I tried just the 3 gears in my diffs because there's a different reaction and the way that it rotates, and the amount of fluid viscosity that you put in differs for sure. So I just wanted everybody to kind of follow along with what we were doing with the graphite and just having fun with it and trying different things. A lot of your suggestions actually worked out, and I'm thankful for the fan page because you guys are showing me different applications that I may not have thought of, and that's why I love the community so much. Even though I'm so far up north and have no internet, whenever I go to Timmy's and get my wife a tea or whatever, they have Wi-Fi there. So I always jump on the fan page and I try and like and comment with everybody. I do apologize for the little lull in all my comments right now, but as soon as I get back to civilization, don't worry, I'll be right back up and on all the social media stuff for sure.
So if you guys look at what I just sprayed out on here, so this was, what was that, a minute, 2 minutes?
Yeah.
And so see how it's coming out clear? You're essentially sending out all of that aerosol. That's all that's coming out here. There's very, very little graphite coming out. So what ends up happening is if you see your application coming out wet like this, or it's coming out clear, and it does not look like this, look at the difference. That's a couple minutes, right? And so it needs to look like this. It needs to look super black and dry very quickly and turn into like a matte gray. If you end up spraying, for one, you're not doing anything, right? You're just wasting it. What you'll end up with is you'll feel this can is full, and you'll say, well, it's still got graphite in it. Well, you do, but it's all down here, and you can't get it out. And that's why that's the micronization. So it's kind of one of those things. It's good with the bad. The micronization of it is the good because it's getting into small places. The bad of it is it just settles very quickly. So as Heath explained, it's kind of like an hourglass where you have the sand particles it's like the oil and sand, and it settles right in front of your eyes. That's literally what's happening inside of this can right now. So you need to make sure you shake it. And so we thought that was really important because we don't want anybody being disappointed with this product. This is an extremely good product, and it needs to be just handled differently. And even, someone like me who uses the products a lot didn't really realize that, especially even last episode. So making sure that you really apply this, you shake it up, apply it a different way, and it's going to treat you really well.
Oh, yeah. And that's why, like, you notice it's got the marbles in there for a reason. Shake the what out of it just to be
100%.
safe. I apologize for the dogs here. Let me mute that real quick while they're
well, at least you can hear me. So so that's what we wanted to go through that again with you. If you guys have any questions, hit up Adam and I. How long does it last before you have to reapply it? It just kind of depends. So it is going to resist water. So it kind of just depends on what you're using it for. So what I'm using it for on our exterior applications. So I'm using it for drive shafts and CV joints. So I think the more you're using it, drive shafts, it's going to last a long time. I mean, what I'm doing here, this is going to last a long time. You're probably not going to really need to reapply it hardly ever. So what this is doing is just giving you a little bit of lubrication. On your CVs, it's going to need reapplied a little bit more frequently than that. So what I always like to say, so let me answer this a different way. If you're using cleaner degreaser, you're going to want to reapply it because that's going to start getting the greases, any type of greases, lubricants. And if you're using a cleaner degreaser, or degreaser, excuse me, that's going to get rid of those lubricated properties. So it just kind of depends on what you're using it for, how you're cleaning it. But my rule of thumb is any exterior applications, every time I go through and clean anything, I'm trying to degrease it anyways. So I always want to reapply any lubricants.
So he says good lifespan, far longer than silicone, far less than grease, probably comparable to the thin oil in most cases. So for me, being a racer, I'm like Dino. Every time I go to tear it down, I'm going to reapply it because I clean all my bits and parts. I use the ultrasonic cleaners, obviously. So when I reassemble everything, I just hit it up again with another coat. And you guys know me, I'll clean it, let it sit on the shelf for a whole week. So I know when I go and throw it back on track, everything's ready to rock and roll. Because all of the pre-maintenance that I put into it makes my maintenance at the track that much more bearable, especially when I'm running 6 to 8 kits,
no kidding.
But speaking of racing and kits, we have a special guest, and he's, I think, waited long enough. Let's get this guy introduced here. So for those of you who don't know, we're going to bring him on board. Give us 2 seconds, and we will be right back. All right, Mike, welcome to the show. What is going on?
Oh, not too much. Just hanging out down here in the office.
Dude, it's a mighty look. It looks nice, man. I love the RC logo. You got all the stuff all dialed, man. The neon lights definitely dress it up, and it looks like you might be into RC just a tad.
Just a little bit.
Oh, Ellie saying hi.
Nice.
So we got some. These must be all your fans kind of jumping on board here.
Yeah, I told them I was going to be on, and they were like, "Hey, we'll stop by." So
nice.
Hey, we appreciate you.
Yeah, we do appreciate that.
Definitely give us a like and a follow. But Mike, man, we know a little bit of your history, but the people tuning in do not. So if you want to jump on and give us a little history of how you got into this crazy hobby.
So when I first got into RC cars, I think I was 5 or 6 years old. We have
Yeah,
a local hobby shop up here, and my dad took me, and it was game over after that. He bought me my first T Max, and Nitro, it's great, but it's definitely come a long way now. Back then, we kind of got tired of it or whatever because you're trying to run it, but um, that's kind of what got me started in it. And I dropped off for a while out of RC cars, and then came back and just been heavy into it. Been doing it basically every weekend for the last couple of years. Just been going at it, having a
nice.
blast.
It looks like you're having lots of fun. I've been following you on some socials and stuff like that, and you being a teen driver definitely makes it easier for me to follow along with all your racing escapades. But
Yep.
d- dude, how did you hear about Cal RC and kind of get introduced to the team?
So at our local track, which is St. Louis Dirt Burners,
Mm.
there is a team driver or a Cal RC guy there, Kevin Stewart, and he's the one. He always
Oh,
has all of his products laid out. A beautiful setup, pit station, the whole nine. I was like, I gotta have some of this stuff. And then
nice.
his cars are always clean, always set up, everything. And I'm like, this has to be me. I gotta have my cars looking this good all the
Yeah,
time. You know?
yeah. So that was a good introduction, and you know what? His stuff is usually always dialed too. So
Yeah.
he's a good one to follow for sure. And that was in at Dirt Burners in St. Louis, right?
Yes. Correct.
Because I always go to Dirt Burners in Livonia. So
Oh.
we got our own Dirt Burners, man. It's funny. So all your friends are saying, "Don't mess it up, buddy."
Yeah. Well, hey, I'm trying.
No,
A lot of confidence.
you actually look pro, man. It looks good, and the backdrop is like
Yes.
so kick. Yeah, like dude, I'm a little jealous, especially with the stack that you got crawlers and all that stuff. I finally got my first crawler coming, so I can't
Yeah.
wait. It's actually in. I was gonna send it to Tyler, but we'll talk about that when we're doing the transition. But speaking of showing some stuff off, how about we show off your little home
Yeah.
set?
Yeah. For sure.
Yes.
Let me switch to the camera back here.
All show, no
All
go.
show and no
Man.
go. I'm thinking. I'm thinking he's an A main guy too. I'm not sure, but why is it at 450 Pogo?
Sounds like they're jealous.
Yeah.
YFZ 450 Pogo is the guy that is in my trailer with me every weekend. He is one of my really good friends.
So it's okay that he's heckling you a little bit then.
Yep. I wouldn't expect anything less. So
He's
we got all the
probably
race cars
partaking
over
in-
there. We got the crawlers and everything kind of over here.
Nice.
No,
You
you
know, we
set
got
up good dial.
We got the big bashers down below. We're missing a couple cars, but it is what it is. Then we got obviously the Cal RC setup over here.
I love it. That looks
That,
perfect.
that does look awesome. So obviously you went with the carbon series mat with the magnetic insert. Is there a particular reason why you choose to go with the carbon?
So I love carbon fiber, first and foremost. So I was like,
Yeah.
it only makes sense. And then this carbon mat that is actually sitting on my desk right here, this was the first ever product I bought from Cal RC. So it actually
Oh,
kind of holds, like a special place in my heart.
Oh, nice.
And
that's cool.
I started out and I was like, you know what? I need some sort of a pit mat because, I was just working off a normal folding table and like all my screws are going everywhere. I'm like, man, what the heck? So I
Yeah.
was like, oh, these have these little, these nice little organizing pockets. I'm like, oh, this is perfect. So this was the first thing I bought, like I said, and it's just been game over from there. I love all the products from Cal RC. Gotta have it.
Yeah. So speaking of products and stuff like that, what is your like go-to clutch thing, either at home or at the track, or does it like for me it's the same at the track or at home? But what's your favorite?
So honestly, one of my favorites at the track and at home would be the hide wipes.
Heck
I'm always cleaning my body because, I got some decently cool painted bodies. I want to keep them nice, keep them looking good for all the races.
heck yeah.
So I'm always cleaning my bodies in between races with the hide wipes, and then wiping off, the arms of the cars, stuff like that. The Muslick silicone, I'm spraying in between, just keeping everything fresh and moving good. Now onto the graphite coating on the pillow balls. I run a S-Works car, so I got that on the pillow balls, and it's fantastic.
Yeah, and honestly, you'll see that even in between like events, I've gone 2 events with it okay. But if you do a full teardown and stuff like that, and you're going through it, obviously just clean and reapply. And honest, the plastic inserts when you're going to tighten them, obviously just make sure there's no binding in that. I don't know if you have the new S-Works tool to make sure that you have it done correctly. But man, ever since I got that, I even let my kids do it now because they know just to have that little bit of play in there, just so it doesn't bind the steering servo. But man, with the graphite in there, definitely makes it smooth like butter.
Yeah, no, I'll have to check out that tool for sure because I just give it the old hand test, kind of wiggle it back and forth, turn the
Just to make
turn the
sure.
wheels left and right, just make sure,
Yeah.
everything's kind of moving freely. So
Yeah, it's definitely one of those. It's only $9, and it definitely saves it, and it matches the S-Works look, right? So I definitely like that one.
yeah, no, I'll have to
So
check it out
I
for sure.
see that you already have the carbon fiber in the lineup, which is super cool. Obviously, the tire wash, being a racer, man, how much use have you gotten out of that?
Oh, it is fantastic. We're washing tires in between each round and stuff like that, and our
Yeah,
tires are basically going back to being brand new. They're fresh, they're sticky, they're ready to go out and rip, for the next round.
yeah,
It,
and
it's
you're
it's
a
great.
pro motion guy, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Now, what's your setup for when you're gluing tires? Do you do the like the electronics cleaner to get the molding releasing agents off
Yep.
the
I'll
tires?
take the electric cleaner and degreaser and just kind of wipe it around, get all the mold
Yeah.
release off, and then I'll throw my tire bands on, and then just get the glue in.
Heck yeah! And Jeremy just says you're doing great, buddy. Keep it up.
Thank you, Jeremy.
Does the graphite get caked up on the pillow balls? No, Steve. Now that I've learned how to properly apply it, the new nozzle instead of our test one is almost like spray paint. So as long as you shake it up good, it just needs a little coating, and a little bit goes a long way. And you'll actually see it working its way into where you know how we actually have, like, it's not a solid pillow ball, it actually has the holes in the pillow ball, so you have less surface. So the contact surface, when it works into the plastic on the pillow ball, you'll actually see the carbon fiber starting to turn the white carbon plastic pieces black, so you know it's actually working, and you can feel inside there how much smoother it is after a couple race weekends for sure, Steve. But that's a good question. Yeah, I don't want any buildup, and I know you don't either. Steve's CowRC setup is the most dialed. I got to get a picture of his one day, but he definitely has a nice setup. But speaking of setups, I think we're going to let somebody transition into
Right.
his outdoor setup. So
Okay.
what I'm going to do is I will switch us over, and we will get ready to show off item number 2 with Mike. We'll give him a few minutes, and we'll bring him back.
Yep. Just give me a couple minutes, get the trailer set up.
All right, man. So, as you guys know, we'll give him a little second to set up, and we got something to talk about. We brought it up a couple times in, like
Yep.
a roundabout way, but we have a crawler coming my way. It's amazing.
How dare you say that?
I'm super excited to get it. It's my first official crawler, so I can't wait to get my hands on it. It is going to be a thrash to get it going. And why is it going to be a thrash? Because me and Tyler are actually going to the Gauntlet.
That's right.
I can't wait. Oh, dude, it is
I'm
going to
excited.
be so much fun. I finally get to meet you in person.
Yes.
I finally
The best part.
to try crawl. I've never really crawled. I went into like hobby shops and tried their little crawlers on their indoor courses and stuff like that. Had a blast doing that. But to actually be at an event of this caliber. Super excited. Thank you to CowRC for helping us pull this off. They are a platinum sponsor. You're going to see CowRC and Cowtech plastered all over the place.
Yep.
So what does it mean for you guys that are going to be at the event? Well, one, you're going to have access to us and putting us to work. You're going to be able to bring your rig over and get the MOO treatment. I'm looking forward to working on your rigs. I'm looking forward to seeing these rigs too. I've seen them in pictures. I've seen them on different social media sites. I've been following Craig, Size Matters, like all these guys I've been following for years and years and years. Tyler's been a huge crawler kid. So I'm excited. I am completely out of my element. I was telling him off air, I've never pulled apart a port axle or whatever. Like, I'm getting into stuff that is kind of foreign. It's exciting, you know, for a big change.
No, it's gonna be a lot of fun. I mean, I'm looking forward to this event a ton. I mean, we're less than 2 months away from it, probably about 7 weeks. So I mean, you know, getting to hang out with you, getting to hang out with some of the fans. I've never been to this event either, so I'm excited to see what it's all about. I've heard a lot of great things about it. But I'm honestly, the thing I'm looking forward to is sitting down and working on people's trucks. You know, whether you're, running it at the event, if you brought it from home, if you got questions, want to see how the products work. If you haven't seen a product in real life and you say, hey, how does the under butter work? Or how does, how much should I apply? Let's rip your car apart and let's put it together, and let's try it. So I think it's going to be a lot of fun. It's the first time we've done this. It's really the first time CowRC has done this, period. And it's the first time, Adam and I have done this, and looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a blast. We hope you guys enjoy it, because what we're hoping we can do is do this more often, and do maybe I can go down and do a race with Adam, sometime, and kind of get out of my comfort zone as well. So, if we can make this a real success and have a lot of fun with it, we can keep doing it.
Yeah, we looking forward to just you guys stopping by. We're gonna have the huge vendor setup. We're not gonna have anything for sale. We're just gonna be demoing this stuff. We're looking for content. So if you have an awesome rig, you need it clean, you need it maintained, you gotta swing by our vendor setup. We are gonna be right in Vendors Row. We're gonna have an awesome setup. He is going all out. CowRC and Cowtech is going to have an awesome setup. I'm excited to actually get there and have it set up. So when Tyler shows up, he's going to be blown away. He'll have no idea. Until
I'm glad you're the one going early, because you know how it's done. I'm just going to show up and just start doing stuff.
Well, we've actually had some fun setting up multiple different locations. And if you've been following along with Ross Racing, you've seen our setups. I've always vlogged and this and that. But what I'm going to do for crawling, I'm so silly because we're on vacation. I ordered a 3-axis gimbal with the extension arm and everything. I cannot wait to get it, because I've seen some of the crawler videos with these gimbals, and man, I'm already, I'm already going down the rabbit hole, and it's pretty cool to be able to go and share my enthusiasm with all you guys, the crawlers, because it looks like it's going to be a great event. I'm hoping that a lot of the factory drivers from our team can make it up there as well, because Michigan, we have a whole bunch of people there. And I feel that it's a good central location. And, man, the more the merrier. I know that Operation 11 Charlie was going to hopefully have a big group of people there as well. Hopefully we'll get to see the build that we did. That would be, over the top cool. And when I actually looked at the area that we're going, they have an 8-skill track. They have a dirt oval. They have a racing mecca. They even have an airstrip there typically, but that's where all the campers are going to be located. So there's going to be no flying that weekend, but they have everything else. It is an RC mecca there. So definitely super cool. And I can't wait. Are you going to do a Cowtech show from the event? We are going to do mini lives for sure. But what we want to do is we want to try and get as much content from you, the viewers, as we can, so we can use them in future episodes. Because, man, I'm definitely looking forward to doing it. I built it on Joe
Yeah. It'll be that'll be the fun part is like, especially with Adam, with Adam bringing his crawler. I mean, Adam's, you're on a long vacation and then you're going to come home and as usual, you're going to be full of stuff to do and working on your RC is going to not be the number one priority. So you're going to bring it in a box.
Basically, have Tyler work on it.
Yeah, I think that'll be number one thing we do as soon as we get there is just let's take your truck and start putting it together.
Yeah, it's going to need some love for sure. Now,
and then you run it.
Yeah, oh yeah, we got to have some fun with it. But like I said, we're just going there to set up, and this is like dipping our toe in the water because we want to have Cow RC at all these epic events. We've followed along, we've seen them. We want to be a part of it, and we want to be able to bring the product to you. We don't want to bring the product to sell. We want to bring the product to show you how well it works in the field, show you how well it is to maintain your vehicles well at the trail, on the track, at the event, whatever it may be. Because he even mentioned earlier that if this is a success, who knows, Tyler might have to go with us to PNB or a big race time entertainment event. Maybe we'll fly into Vegas. We'll see how big this grows.
Now you're talking.
Yeah, man, it'll be fun. But we'll get him out of his element one time as well. But all right, so before we bring Mike back on board, he is ready to rock. I just forgot this completely. And for anybody on Instagram, you got to come over to either YouTube or Facebook to win. But boom. There is the hashtag for tonight. Yeah. So I should have put Graphite 2.0, but I didn't know you were going to use that.
Complicated.
So obviously we are going to be giving away the Graphite again, and hopefully it goes to somebody that is going to use it to the max. Basically, you've seen how Tyler did the demo. It was awesome and definitely super cool. There you go. There's our first entry.
Yeah, and so what we're gonna do is we're gonna give one canister giveaway of hide wipes and then one of the graphite. So and like Adam mentioned before, these two really go hand in hand because you need something to clean up what overspray you might get from this guy. So like we said, it is a whole different animal than all the greases and oils and silicone. So you treat it differently. The more you know, that's why we're here. So hopefully they'll help you out, but arm yourself with the right tools.
Heck yeah. All right. We are going to bring Mike back on board. Give me 1 sec and we will have him back in action. Oh yeah. What is going on?
Wow. That is a nice looking backdrop.
Dude,
we're in the race trailer now.
Those lights are killer too, man.
I love that.
That's awesome.
So the guy that was commented earlier, YFZ 450 Pogo, these lights are all his idea. He's the guy that sits right here next to me in the trailer every weekend.
Wow.
These were his idea. I got to give it to him.
That is a good one.
So it looks clean as you know what. I'm blown away. There's the Reaper theme for Mr. Ghost right there. Yeah, see, he already beat me to it. He already said that. Love the banner. And I think Rob was the first one to order our shirt too. Thank you, Rob.
Oh, yes. Nice.
Those lights, everybody's saying those lights are sick, man.
Yeah, they are.
Oh, yeah. I definitely got to get some of those for my trailer, man. That is a great idea. But man,
the only downside is whenever you come in from the dark from racing at night to in this trailer, you can't see for the first few seconds. You're blinded. You're like,
it looks
and vice versa going out into the dark.
Yeah.
That's a good problem to have, though, I'm sure.
Yeah, Mike, for sure. Definitely having the hide wipes, getting the graphite off, because you'll see any overspray, you need to have the hide wipes handy just in case. But obviously, you've seen the booth, huge game changer for Tyler and his prep there for sure. But all right, do you want to? It looks like an operating room. It does look bright.
I was going to say the same thing.
It looks good, man. For
sure.
You're doing RC
surgery.
They're
like, you could perform surgery in this room. Like it's so crazy bright, so crazy clean, the whole nine. And like I said, we got home from.
set up too, so you
Yeah.
can follow along what race it is too.
Yeah. No, we got the TV set up. You know, we're always watching. You know, if there's a race time event going on, we're streaming that. We're watching it while we're racing. You know, the whole nine.
Yeah.
We're set up.
It looks set up. So obviously, this is where the action goes down when you're at the track. I see you got. Is that the truggy sitting there? Or?
So I got my buggy and truggy here. Let me switch it to the back camera, and I'll kind of show you guys around.
All right.
Give me 1 second to get this flipped because it's going to be mirrored again. I'll kind of give you a little tour of the trailer. Yeah, I'm surprised it's clean, actually. We got home from racing at 1 o'clock this morning. So,
oh, no kidding. Jeez.
you know, there's kind of, there's where we sit, you know. I got the magnetics mat on my car. He's got the stuff. I am good at soldering. I let him do it. You know, I'll work on things. So I got the magnetics over on my side. Got all the CowerC products sitting here ready to go.
That's cool that you got the full size solder station as well too. Like that's mint.
I wonder why the camera went to the side. Is the camera sideways for you guys?
Yeah, it just rotated.
Oh, I don't know why it's doing it. It's been fine this whole time. See if we can keep turning it, maybe.
Yeah, try that.
Take it off and retry it.
Oh, there you go. Well, that's
right,
a vertical, but at least we can see it straight up.
Flip it.
That's okay.
Yeah, there we go.
There you go.
All right, so we got that. Got the AC cranking in here because, like I said earlier, it is hot as can be. Got these cool lights all set up.
That is awesome.
So we can see. Got a little power station set up over here. All of our chargers and whatnot plug into there.
Nice.
Got the CowerC Reaper banner up there.
Nice and clean.
So
obviously the dual carbon looks awesome, right? On the Go box too, eh?
Oh, nice.
Oh yeah, I had to throw that in there.
So obviously, having the dark and the light side, it looks awesome together, man. I might even have to step up my game for that. So, so you got the gimbal too, eh? I can't wait to try the gimbal because I think that it's next level.
Not having fun.
Because right now, this is what I'm rocking.
Great. It takes a little bit of getting used to, but once you get used to it, it's fantastic.
That's what I've been told. Yeah.
Well, when you're dealing with the crawlers, Adam, and you're trying to get that like scale, you know, you're going slow, right? And you're going over rocks. You want to try to get that phone down as low as possible because it looks. Then you got a scale video, right? So that's where that gimbal really helps because you're literally got your phone hovering inches above the ground just to kind of get that scale angle at it. So the gimbal helps a ton.
Yeah, he's giving you a tip on how to adjust for the bright lights of your the thing for sure. So
I'll have to remember that for sure.
Yeah, the gimbal that I got actually has the extension built into the handle. So
that's the best way to do it.
Like, make sure you don't bend over because you'll be like your back will be all sore and jacked. So I got the one that extends. I think it only extends like 8 inches, but I'm definitely looking forward to trying it. So obviously, you got the home setup dial. You got the pit even more dial. Like, dude, I'm jealous. I got some ideas now what I'm going to have to do to step up my pit game.
Yeah, me too.
My outside pit, amazing. My inside pit where the air conditioning is, you think I'd have it a little bit better, especially since me and the kids are semi-bougie. So I think we're going to have to set up the inside pit area. Oh, yeah. Not having the air is people don't understand. Like if you go to a track and it's approaching like 100 plus degrees outside, having the air is not horrible. Especially hydrating, when you're marshalling and stuff like that. Super important. You race at Dirt Burners. I just was told that Dirt Burners in Livonia finally closed down. I knew they were closing. I just wasn't sure if they totally did. Yeah, so I know Larry has the outdoor track and he does special events and stuff like that, but definitely cool. Dude, Bob, I think I'm buying those lights for my trailer too. They look like they're
I'm
only
buying
12
for
volt.
where I'm at right now.
Oh, they look awesome, man. Definitely super cool. But if you want to win tonight, you got to hashtag this. We got over 50 people online and only 30 people in. So your odds are pretty good. And remember, if you're on Instagram, I apologize. It still does not work if you comment on Instagram. So you have to make sure you flip over to either YouTube or Facebook to have your chance to win. And just hashtag graphite in the comments for your chance to win either the graphite or the hide wipes. Definitely a 1-2 punch combo. Before we let you go, though, bud.
Yep.
Obviously, your daughter, 6 years old, or going to be 6?
Going to be 6 in October, yep.
Yeah, and she's sort of kind of into RC a little bit, like following dad around. Like,
oh, yeah.
I know you said doesn't like the full track days yet, but
no, she definitely doesn't like the full track days, hanging out, 10, 12, 14 hours. She doesn't care for that yet. She's on the side of, hey, Dad, give me the monster truck. I want to run over everything I can.
Yeah, give me the X back day for sure. Definitely super cool. So when you go to the events, you got the YZF guy that you pit with. What's his name?
His name's Jeff Pogo.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, I've seen, it was Pogo at the end there. Cool. So obviously hanging with the boys, nice getaway and reset from work and stuff like that. Obviously, I seen your wife on there saying hi and stuff like that. Super cool. Yep. It's cool to have the family support and doing something that you love. And it looks like you do it to the full because your setup is definitely kick butt. Thank you for sharing all the Cow RC products. And I'm wondering, is there a Cow RC product that you haven't tried that you would like to try yet?
Honestly, I think I'll have to go with the ultrasonic cleaners. I've been seeing everybody use them lately, and I'm like, I think I'm going to have to get one of those and try it out. Everybody loves them. I think I'm going to have to try it.
Yeah, they're a good product to just like, especially if you get like the stainless steel one, you can put some degreaser in there and it's, you put your parts in there, you set it and forget it. You walk away and go over to another project or get a drink, whatever.
And I didn't see it in your arsenal though, but the cow snot. I don't know if you tried it yet, but man, for cleaning controllers.
I don't got a big jar of it, but I got a little one. I don't have a big jar, but I got a little one.
Yeah, for cleaning the controllers and getting into the buttons and stuff like that. Because obviously I'm a little bit of a neat freak. I definitely like getting into like the little nooks and crannies. And once I got the cow snot, I can't believe how clean my controller started becoming. Because I didn't really want to spray any chemicals on my controller because of how much they are. But definitely super cool to have and mess around with. Cow snot is awesome. Yeah. No, it's just I didn't see it when you were going through all the plethora of Cow RC stuff that you have. Do you have a jet vac?
I do not. I use an air compressor, which is kind of sitting right back here. I usually use that for most things, but I do need to get one. I see everybody at the track using them. I'm like, man, every time I see them, I'm like, man, I just need to order one. I always end up forgetting.
Well, the mini, I put it to the ultimate test, and I will post it up as soon as I get internet connection. But I finally killed my first one. So I didn't know. With the lights, obviously, when you turn it on, you got your lights. So I fully recharged this again. Once you start using it, you'll see the lights slowly start to deteriorate till it gets down to 1. Once it gets down to 1, it starts flashing all 4 lights. And I was like, oh, that's weird. I've never seen it flashing all 4 lights before. And then it died. What we were doing, because we're on the lake, I blew up probably 10 of the big air rings. The
tubes?
Dolphins. The tubes, like a million of them. So this blaster lasted, I think, up until the 9th one, and then it finally conked out. But definitely beating on it like a redheaded stepchild just to see it finally go. But I just want to let everybody know that the indicators do more than actually even I knew. So definitely cool. And the different attachments are super cool too. I don't know where my camera is, but you can see the attachment on there was perfect for blowing up the air. Yeah, the air stuff and everything. So definitely super cool that way. So dude, we're at the end. If you want to give any plugs out to anybody, we will let you do that, man. If you want to plug your social media or anything like that, or your sponsors.
So I got an Instagram. It's Behrends. My last name, you can see it on the screen. _RC on Instagram. One of my biggest sponsors is going to be the RC Toolbox, which you see, set up in my station here. Comes with
Yep.
everything you need basically to work on these cars day in and day out. You see my promotion my shirt on, J&T bearing hat on. Those guys are great. Cow RC, amazing products through and through. I don't think they have a bad product at all. So
super cool, man. And obviously, we see you got Cal RC on lock. And being a factory driver, we appreciate all your content and support that way. And dude, thank you for your time, man. It was
no problem. Thank you guys for having me. It's been a blast.
Yes.
Oh, dude, it is
Welcome
our pleasure.
anytime.
Yeah, man. And good luck at all of your future events. And if you are going to a big like race time event or anything like that, hit me up because who knows, man. I might be able to try and fit it in the schedule.
We'll have to plan something for sure.
Yeah. Now, whereabouts are you? You said you're right in the middle of the states. Like you're not in Ohio, right?
No, I'm in Missouri. I'm in St. Louis, Missouri.
Okay, St. Louis. Okay. Oh, yeah. So you're a good jump away. What's the biggest event that you guys have locally then?
I'd probably say it's our Midwest Nitro Challenge, and it's hosted at St. Louis Dirt Burners. That's probably the biggest event of the year that we have here local to me without traveling, 3, 4, 5 hours.
And what's the entry count there? Like about 400?
I don't think it's exactly 400. I think it's high 200s maybe.
Okay, so it's a nice good event.
Yeah, no, it's a big event, but it's not crazy huge like 400 or 500 like a race time event, but it's definitely huge for our local track.
Awesome. No, that is super cool because like I will follow along and we'll see because that hasn't happened yet, right?
No, that's coming up. I think it's in September, first week or second week of September. It's coming up.
Well, wait. When are we going to the Gauntlet? The Gauntlet is
16th.
So it might be the same weekend. Yeah, but definitely, definitely appreciate you showing off the inside and outside trailer. The trailer looks dialed, man. Definitely.
Yeah, it does.
Cool. So Jeremy says it's the 6th and 7th, so I might have to look into that because if I'm already heading up that way, I'll see how close it is to the Gauntlet and see if we can swing something.
I'm gonna try and get the Nitro Buggy kit built, finished, ready to go. Hopefully by then.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. All right. So speaking of the draw, that's our cue. We are gonna pull this up. We got. Hey, you guys have really good odds. First, we're gonna give away the graphite, correct?
Yeah.
All right.
Let's do that.
All right. Good luck, everybody. James Busina.
I have not seen that name yet, so that sounds like a new viewer. Thank you very much, James.
Heck yeah!
Congratulations.
Always cool to see that. All right, so we are going to draw again. This is for the hide wipes, which is like one of my personal favorites for sure. And Brian Zarkis.
That sounds like another new name. I don't know if I remember seeing that name either.
That could be 2 newbies.
So that's awesome. Well, thank you both, and congratulations to both of you guys. It paid off to be hopefully you're a new viewer. We just haven't missed you, but thank you for joining us.
Yeah, man, for sure. Definitely super cool. New winners are always awesome. And hey, thank you again, Mike. We appreciate your time, and we will hopefully see you at a track one time soon, and we'll definitely have some fun with it. But thank you guys for joining us. 2 more weeks, we will have hopefully my crawler in the studio. Hopefully, I'll be back home from this great racecation, and we will be coming back live with episode 64 already. I can't believe it. Thank you guys for tuning in, and we will see you in 2 short weeks. Bye for now.